If this video found you, oh my goodness, okay? What was coming through this morning, and I took a screenshot of it because I feel like I have to show people proof. So some of these incidences, I'm like, no one's gonna believe it. So I did take a screenshot of it, but this came in at 8:17, okay? And 88 has been following us for, I think, the past 2, 3 readings. So that's one thing. And I'm recording this on March 3rd, okay? So that came in. And while I noticed that on my phone, my battery was at 47%. So that breaks down to an 11. So as far as numbers go, you might be seeing 88, you might be seeing 11, you might be seeing 811. I was about to keep writing. So, the combinations 8118, something like that, but they stopped me because I felt my hand pick up. Okay. So it's those three, 88, 11, and 811. But the song, it was just 3 words. I had to look down. I was like, wait, what? 3 words on a loop. Okay. And those 3 words are, oh, happy day. That is all I heard. And when I say the energy, oh my gosh, it felt like light and bright. And I said that to myself, and it made me chuckle because, there's a toy, I don't know if it still exists, called Light Bright, I think. And that just reminded me of like inner child healing. The other thing that came through was starlight, star bright, the first star I see tonight. I wish I may, I wish I might have this wish I wish tonight. So I don't know if you have said that or if it's something, because I feel like, again, that is something a child would do, right? I know I did that when I was a kid. I'm sure many of you have also, right? But so it felt like it was paired with the inner child. So you might have been tapping into that, like really making an effort to do that healing and tap into the childish side, because that's something that's been coming through for the past couple of videos. I've mentioned that's what they were telling me. So whether or not you've seen those videos, I think it's just something that you have also felt called to, okay? Because listen, it's not just individually that these messages will resonate. It's like, it's for collectives. It's for many, 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 many people. I mean, I've said this before, but it's like you have the top layer that's kind of like connecting all of us, of experiences. I mean, I do believe that we are all connected. That's how we can tap into energies, and how I've never met you, but I can tap into your energy. How is that? Because we're connected, right? Anyway, so there are experiences that there's some similarities, right? And you go a little bit deeper and it gets more specific to our life experiences. And then at the deeper level, it's like you get into things like past lives and karmic lessons, things like that. So in those depths, that's where you see the variety, and why none of our experiences, even if we have some similarities, are exactly identical, right? You could be living in the same house as someone and your life, ooh, that was a ding. Your life experiences still very different, right? Your perspectives can be very different. So that is that. The other thing, oh my goodness, what? Okay, I'll check that. I'm getting notifications like nonstop. Oh, my battery is at 33. Okay, I want you to see this. Hold on, let me just close. Right, can you see that? 1225, and I don't know if you could see 33. But anyway, it's there, 33. I'm not lying to you guys, okay? I see these things, I get excited over the angel numbers that pop up because I feel like there's a reason it's coming up at the time that I'm recording for you, right? Okay, anyway, so at 9:24. And I wanted to say September, I made note of it. Let me just show you. So I wrote things down so I wouldn't forget, because I had a lot going on today and I did not want to forget in between until I was finally able to record. The universe is your oyster came through. That just like clear as day. It was one of those things. I think yesterday I recorded a video and there were some things that were coming out and it just kept stopping me in my tracks. That stopped me like mid step, and I heard the universe is your oyster, and I literally was like, wow. Whoever that is for, I hope it's for me too. But whoever it's for, oh my goodness, when I tell you the energy is I want to say sublime. I don't know why that's coming through, but it is. All right. And I also wanted to say this might have something to do with the lunar eclipse that we experienced. And I will tell you why, because it feels like there was a release of past, not just past burdens, but because I saw like a track, like a mental track, like I guess you can say like repetitive loop of thinking that you were finally able to release, let it go, like patterns that don't serve you. And you've been able to tap into this new energy of like, because you've generally for a long time, you have wanted to do better. You wanted to experience life in a different way is coming through. Wow. Okay. Because you've been in, I feel like in the hanged man position for some time, like trying to get a different perspective. And it's never linear. Our healing process is never linear. It's very much like, first of all, it's wobbly and kind of like loops because you do go backwards a bit. Like they say, 2 steps forward, 5 steps backs. What? 5 steps back. I don't know what's happening to me. I need to slow down because I feel so excited with this energy. When I say it's like, yeah, sublime is the word. It feels incredible. And I did read somewhere that the lunar eclipse was kind of like the trigger for the fire horse energy. Is that it? Maybe that's why I feel like really going, like speeding up, but I am being called to slow down so I can get all the messages. Okay. So you want to use this energy wisely, okay? You're going to feel like a burst of energy because it feels like a new you is pushing through. But it's not a new you. This has always been a part of you. It's just now it's kind of like I said, you've released everything that was kind of holding you back. So you're ready to like, ooh, fly forward. But just be careful. Like, take a step, take a step or take a beat and think about things. See where you want to go. See what it is that you want to achieve, what you're really tap into what you're being called to do, okay? Because I also want to say there's going to be a little bit of temptation, maybe. It's possible, but I don't feel like it's going to be something that's going to hold you back. It's kind of going to be like a choice. You want to go back to that, or do you want to pursue this next, what we have in store for you in this next phase? Kind of feeling. That's what I'm getting, okay? But I love that. The universe is your oyster. What? Not just this world, the universe, okay? Just take a second to really think about what that means and just imagine the vastness of the universe. And now, someone from the higher realms said to me, the universe is your oyster, okay? Do not limit yourself. Don't hold yourself back by like material and what you see in the physical. There's so much more, okay? And this doesn't just mean, I was about to say abundance, but I want to clarify that because it's not just money. Think about, there is some truth to money can't buy you happiness because it's how you use it. It's a tool. What does money do for you? It gives you freedom, right? You're able to go where you want, when you want, without being held back. It helps you take care of your family and your loved ones, sure, but what is that? It's that feeling of security and stability and also generosity. That is what it gives you. So those are the feelings. That's what you really want. That's what you want to feel. That's who you want to be, right? I love that. But oh my gosh, I'm just going to say it one more time. The universe is your oyster, okay? Now, the other thing that they showed me, and I feel like this is the process maybe that you've been going through, and you're right there. You're about to like crack through, or you have just cracked through. But hear me out, because even when I first saw it, I was like, where is this going? But what I saw was someone that was like, they took their spoon and they were about to tap into a ramekin of creme brulee. And before that actually happened, then I saw like the steps that were involved, right? The layers. And Specifically, it was the part where someone was sprinkling sugar on top, and they took the torch, and of course, then crystallized, or caramelized the sugar, the layer of sugar, so that it became really tough and hard and crisp. And then once that happened, someone took the spoon, they tapped it, they broke through, and then they were able to take a scoop and taste. I heard, what did I hear? I wrote it down. Taste the sweetness of life. And when they did that, what came through, I heard the word glory. Like that's just, I don't know, that's what came through. So I feel like the breakthrough that you've been experiencing, this that release of energy or whatever it was not just spiritual, but you're going to see it in the physical, okay? However it manifests for you. But I want to get into detail about what that creme brulee means. It's not just that I was hungry and it was the morning, okay? That's part of it. But I don't have creme brulee in the fridge, so um, I made a note. So it was like you set fire to the old version of yourself. There was a real transformation that you underwent, okay? And this is not like overnight. Ooh, 11:11 just caught my eye. Oh my gosh, when I say the synchronicities have been like off the charts today, I mean, personally for me, but also whenever I've tried to or whenever I was getting information. Oh, I don't want to get distracted. Okay. But yeah, it's been incredible. I love this. I love this energy. Whew. So, yeah, it's not something that happened overnight. This has been something that you have been going through over time. So give yourself, number one, give yourself credit for what you've been through. Number two, give yourself grace, okay? Even if you are, ooh, and that was just a notification. I just love, I don't know, today is just, I just want to say, like, I love this as in this, like everything. I just love it today. I mean, I usually do, but I'm just saying, I just feel like saying it and expressing it. Maybe you're feeling this also. But yeah, so, oh, yeah, give yourself credit and give yourself grace for everything that you've experienced and where you find yourself. And so that layer, that process of turning the individual pieces of sugar, individual parts of yourself, and transmuting everything. And I don't know, it kind of, I was about to say foster development. Yeah, so it fosters the development of the new you, a new version of yourself. And because of that breakthrough, that's the part where the spoon hits the hardened sugar, right? You broke through. And now that new you gets to take a scoop out of the universe that's your oyster and just taste the sweetness of life. You get to enjoy everything that you went through and like really feel that, okay, it was worth it. It doesn't mean that you enjoyed every step, you know, challenges and suffering. Come on, let's not lie to ourselves and say we enjoyed it. We didn't enjoy that necessarily, but the lessons that you gained and the perspectives, the new perspectives that you have, that is what is incredible, right? There's like a richness to that. Ooh, that didn't come through. That just came through now. I mean, it didn't come through before. It's not something that I noted. Wow. Oh, and the other thing is that the breakthrough being spiritual and physical came through at around 10:11. Okay, that's when I made a note. So you might be seeing 10:11 or 1:11. That's it. I was going to say 10:01, but they stopped me. So that's it. Okay. Um, yeah. Wow. So, oh my goodness. Let's move this, and I am going to take some cards. Let's see if we can get some more information. Maybe about, I don't know what to expect. I think it's going to be a wild year based on this energy that I was getting, but I think everything is going to be so worth it. That is what I want to say. And also because I'm worth it. So maybe you need to remind yourself of that sometimes whenever you find yourself, ooh, because I see that choice, right? That it felt like diverging paths. You can either go this way or you can go this way. Remind yourself that you're worth it. You're worth the richness of life. So what is really calling your soul If you find yourself choosing between two paths, just use that to ask yourself, which way do I want to go? Like, what is it that's going to allow me to taste the sweetness of life? You know, I love this. I'm going to make note of that and use that for myself. All right. Oh, I wasn't thinking. I just started picking this up. All right. What's on the bottom? Porcupine spirit. Time for a beginner's mind. 4-8. Can you see that? No, you can't. Hello. What do I do? There we go. 4-8. Look at that. Time for a beginner's mind. I feel like this porcupine, I don't know if in reality if they move quickly, but I feel like this one is it's almost like at the starting point of a race, right? When you're like on your mark, get set, go. That's what I feel like. But yeah, that beginner's mindset. So we said new, like you had a breakthrough. I just, sorry, I got distracted by this porcupine's eyes. I have to tell you that the eyes in this deck of the animals, the spirit animal oracle, like they really do speak to me. I can't even. Yeah. So anyway, with this one, I feel focused, determination, and like I don't know. It feels like it's squinting a bit. Like the eyes are on the mark. I know where I'm going. I know my direction. Here, let me show you a little closer if you can see it. Maybe you see the same thing. I don't know. You see something different. But yeah, wow. Okay, let's shuffle. Wasp spirit 6-4. Oh, that was 4-8. Sometimes life stings. So the process, like I said, it wasn't easy. Growth never is. Think about even when you were a child, you might not remember it. Your parents probably remember it. When you were going through growing pains, like your actual physical body in the process of growing, it hurts. Your bones, they hurt, right? So that's this process of evolution and expansion is never easy. And it's really not meant to be, because that's when we learn our most valuable lessons, right? When we're really being tested. Oh, I heard forged through fire. Wow. Okay. That might be exactly what you felt like. We had that little reference to fire with the sugar, the crystallizing sugar. Okay, I just got a notification. So forged through fire, it's something that, excuse me, it's something you relate to, or maybe that you've actually said yourself. All right, what do you want them to know? Let's leave it open. Do you want that one too? I like how they just let it land right there. All right, let's take it. Ooh, whale spirit, trust the great mystery, 65, number 11. That is one of the numbers that I said you might be seeing. Well, you just saw it. The whale. I see this whale and I just think of like majesty. And look, these blues here, that reminds me of the cosmos. Oh, look at that. Okay. The blues right around his, like his tail, close to the abdomen, like that. Wow. Okay, so what fell out first? So take a leap of faith fell out first. This is number 30. Take a leap of faith. Yeah. If you're following your intuition, like I said, when you're at that point where you feel like kind of tempted to go, I don't want to say backwards, but somewhere comfortable. Why am I hunched? I don't usually sit like that. I just felt that. I noticed that. Why am I hunched? It might be stressful for you when you're in those positions, trying to make that. But again, if you ask yourself, remind yourself that you're worth it. You are worth the results that await you. So take that leap of faith. Go towards, oh, I did not take that porcupine out. I should have. I've been doing that a lot lately. I don't know why. But yeah, so when you ask yourself what it is you really want, remember I talked about freedom and being generous and, stability and safety, those things. Ask yourself what it is you really want. Those are like your guideposts, right? If freedom is what you want. You want that ability to be able to, like drop everything. But if you want to call it work, call it work. If you don't want to call it work, just say sharing your gifts or your talents. It doesn't matter the label. But if you just want to be able to do that for, like 6 months out of the year and then travel the other 6 months, that's your goal. So keep your eyes on that prize and make decisions, make the choices, take the opportunities that help you get there. So whenever you're at that path, remind yourself, is that taking me there or is this side taking me there? Okay, that's what I feel like with Take a Leap of Faith. Okay, after that, this was dangling. This is what came next. Rhino Spirit, 505. Why did I say it that way? 50. I don't know why I broke it down like that. Overcome any obstacle. I don't feel like, first of all, I feel like the challenges that will be coming your way, like you are well prepared for, okay? As in down the road. Life is life. We are on this journey to learn, to grow. Oh, are these 2 cards? No. Okay. I thought they were 2 cards for a second. We're on this journey to grow. So of course you're going to have experiences that seem a little difficult or challenging. But I feel like you're just going to plow through them. Like they're nothing for you now. Because of that transmutation, because of the experience, because you were forged through fire. That's why that came through. Wow. Because you went through that process, the really difficult, I was about to say alchemical change. Like it really felt to the cellular level. You feel like you have been transformed. Because of that, it's going to feel like nothing. It doesn't mean that it's going to be easy, but anything that comes your way, you will know how to handle. Okay, because you are well equipped. You are well equipped to do so. Okay, I just looked at this and I saw the 3 and 5 merging, so that's 8, okay? I just had to say that because I saw it, so I have to tell you. The next one, this was dangling, and this was the last one, so I'll put this here. Beaver Spirit, lay a solid foundation, number 6. Oh, the 6 was from 6 and 8. Those 2 numbers came through in a reading before. I was kind of going back and forth. I don't know. Okay, so if you saw that one also, confirmation. Just look at the numbers separately with angel number 6 and angel number 8, okay? But beaver syrup? No. Oh my goodness. All right. I guess I am hungry. They're sending me visions of creme brulee, and now I'm talking about syrup. Sorry. Okay, beaver spirit. Lay a solid foundation. This goes back to that, your why. Okay, that why are you making this choice? Why do you want to go in this direction versus that one? It's because of, again, they really take me back to that. So I feel like that's what it has everything to do with. This new phase, like this new chapter of your life is really about you living life to the fullest, but also for yourself. Yeah, that being forged through fire may have, either you had a lot of responsibilities, or you took care of responsibilities that weren't necessarily yours. Kind of like people pleasing and just feeling the need to fix things. That really does happen frequently when you're talking about children who grew up in difficult environments. That's not an easy thing to talk about. And please do not. I never ask you to put anything in the comments like that. Don't. It's such a public space. Don't do that. But, and I've never said that before. I don't know why it came through, but just, maybe you're tempted to, right? But don't put all the details, basically, is what I'm saying. Keep it very general. Anyway, so, yeah, you come out of those situations in childhood differently. Like some people come through it and they're able to push that. it's not necessarily healthy, but push it down and plow forward. Not like the rhino, not like this. It's more like just with blinders on, not thinking about the events that have taken place and how it's affected them emotionally, right? That's an important part about healing. They haven't done that, but they're able to just move through life and kind of forget about that. You're not really forgetting, you're just suppressing. But there are other kids who they just cannot help it. And it manifests itself in a way of wanting to take care of everything because then they have a sense of control. And they also can turn out to be the type of adult who wants everyone to like them, wants everything to be good. And they feel like they know how they can do it, right? Yeah, I'm not analyzing anyone. I'm just saying that those are some instances of what can happen. That was a notification, so that is true for someone. Yeah, okay. But anyway, um, laying a solid foundation. Now you that's all behind you. That's what made you into the person that you were just before this breakthrough. You had to learn whatever lessons in this moment. It's kind of like the little individual pieces of sugar, and then you were transformed. But the breakthrough happened. Okay, it has happened, or it is just about to happen. Because I feel like doing this. Like it's cut. That's done. Yeah. And now you get to live your life for yourself. Lay a solid foundation for yourself. Okay, this is the one that was just kind of, oh, I like that teetering on my thumb. I like this. This is why they wanted to send it out. Claim your independence. Wow. I see that little heart around the I don't know, is that the pendant or is that the fur? I can't really tell, but that heart on the neck or the chest. What I was going to say was live from your heart. That's what I was going to say. But number 13, yeah, you had to go through that to remind yourself that this life is for you. Sure, we deal with people, we work with people, we interact with people, but you also have the right to enjoy. Oh, again, they just brought me to tasting the sweetness of life. You get to enjoy life too. You are not the fixer. You're not everyone's go-to guy or gal, whatever. Like guy or gal Friday is what's coming through. You're not a gopher. Just you can be helpful. You can be generous. No one is saying that. You don't need to admonish yourself for having been that person. You have a good heart. You want it to be helpful. You want it to be kind. But I think in that process of wanting to be kind to others, you forgot yourself. And so that's when oh, I was about to say it was necessary. It was necessary to be forged through fire. It was necessary to undergo that transformation just so you would reach this balance. Okay. And that is your breakthrough. Be kind, be generous. No one is saying that you have to do anything that your heart doesn't call you to do, but always remember that you're living life for yourself. It's not for others. Wow. Okay. I feel like I slowed down just now. All right. What else? This one's kind of, I don't know if that wants to come out or no, just act as if, again, this has come out like 3 times. Snake 55. Take time to heal, or time to heal. I said it for a reason. Take time to heal. But I want to say that this is what you were doing because I see the snake shedding its skin. It's not in this picture, but that's what I see. Like is that when they're molting? I don't know. When they're shedding their skin, they're letting that go. Like that old self is getting left behind. You're still you, but now you just move a little differently, right? You transformed, you transmuted, and now you move through life differently. Okay, that was a notification, but while I was staring at the snake, just the head of the snake, I wanted to say that you there's like this fierceness about you too, but it's a quiet fierceness. You're not someone who you were changed by what you needed to heal. Oh, wow, this is long. I it didn't even feel like it. It does not feel like it's been a long time. 30 minutes already. Holy moly. Okay. We'll wrap this up, but yeah, I wanted to say it's not that it hardened you. It's actually a miracle that it didn't harden you. You still have a very like sweet. I know it's looking at a snake, you don't think, oh, it's so sweet, but this one is like it's just I don't know. I feel like there's a layer that gets lifted, and you can see the sweetness, the kindness there, but there's just this calm power. Mm, yeah, like specifically with the snake, it. This reminds me of a cobra, so I want to say, it has venom, and it can bite you, and it can paralyze you. But this isn't in, even though its hood is expanded, it doesn't feel like it's on the attack. It just feels like I know who I am. I have claimed my independence from whatever happened. I move through life differently. That's you. I feel like that's you. That's what I want to say. Okay, and that's number 55. And number 14, the chameleon spirit, act as if. I'm so drawn to the colors. I feel like it's a party. And the universe is your oyster, so act as if it is. It's the cosmos all around you. Look at that. You are that stardust. Look at that. Oh my gosh. And I feel like these little, I don't know, are those flowers? Whatever they are, they feel like jewels that are just floating around. Like you're surrounded by the richness of life. I did say richness or something. Gosh, I don't remember. I wish I remembered everything that I said, but I don't. Um, oh my gosh. Okay, guys, this is just beautiful. I think this is just a confirmation. If you feel like you have really been through it, and you feel like you have been transformed, and maybe you felt that after this eclipse. Maybe you felt that release of like, ooh, it's finally done. This is confirmation that this is what I'm going to title it. I'm going to title it, The Universe is Your Oyster. Like this new phase, this new chapter, this new cycle, whatever label it is that you want to give it, you've been changed, but you've been changed for the better. It's so calm now. Like that's what oh, like it's all kind of settled. First it was that excitement of the new energy, and now it's kind of settled into being the constant. Like you're there. You know that you're a part of the cosmos. You know that you're stardust. I just heard that starlight again. Maybe there's some wishes that you made when you were a child that you are either beginning to see, or you will begin to see them manifest. It just, you had to become this person. You had to become that calm, powerful you. You had to remember who you were. Oh, I just noticed this. So I have 13, 14 here. So sequences, number sequences, that's also been following us for the past couple of days. I remember getting excited over starting a video, and I saw 1, 2, 3, 4. But yeah. Anyway, guys, I mean, this is just beautiful. I really, really hope this resonates with you. And yeah, just know, don't forget, the universe is your oyster, okay? You are a part of it. You are it. It is in you. I don't know what else to say. I just love it. I love it. I love it. I love it for me. I love it for you. I love it for all of us, okay? There are intense things going on around us. It is a period of intensity, but So getting a reading like this and just feeling this energy, it is such a blessing. It's like, thank you. I am truly sorry I denied my gift for so long. And yeah, but I'm glad I am here now. And I'm glad you're here now. And I'm glad things are turning around. Okay. So whenever you see this, I hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful night, a wonderful life. Because uh, I feel like telling you, you are having a wonderful life. You will have a wonderful life. It is just, it is so, okay? Act as if. Oh, okay, I'll leave it here. I could stare at these cards and sit in this energy forever, but I can't. Take care. I'll see you in the next video, okay? Bye.